Hello everyone, welcome back to TheUtanium. Once again, it's been a while, but I feel like it's getting old pointing out how long it's been since I last posted. There's a reasonable explanation. University is kicking my den. So No Nut November. No Nut November. It's a pilgrimage that many people take every year, and it's one that realistically everyone should take at some point or another. Self-enlightenment and a healthy sperm count. Now, we're about halfway into it at the time of posting this video, so if you've made it this far, best of luck to you. This video's for you. If you haven't made it this far, then you were too weak this year. Steal your mind, get zen for next year, you'll be flying. So through this video we'll be discussing, actual positives to doing it. My own experience having done it last year. You can be fucking certain I am not doing it this year. Lord oh Lord, do I need the dopamine. And just some of the crack that comes with it, really. So without further ado, I don't have a cup this time. So let's get into it. So No Nut November is always one of the best memes of the year. This year, less so, because I think less people are doing it. They're so fed up with all the other shit happening during lockdown that they can't be arsed. And I feel that. I mean, it's the only thing keeping me going at this point. It's a masturbation sensation. But also some people, better men than I, have decided to better themselves and give it a go. Now, I don't feel too guilty about it this year because I'd done it last year when arguably it was harder because I was seeing someone at the time. So we'll cover the boring shit first. There is actual benefits to doing this. Basically, Bazinga actually put it quite well on the Fellas podcast. I'll paraphrase for you because I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't really want to grab the clip. But yeah, so he said that it's proper caveman DNA shit. You've went out, you've hunted for your food, you've cooked the food, fire's set, everything's ready to go. You fuck your missus, and your work is done. It's a primordial thing for reproduction, and then the next day you can do it all over again. And realistically, it is like telling your brain it's time to stop. Otherwise, you wouldn't get post-nut tiredness. Now, No Nut November is quite interesting. There's an interesting side effect to it. Basically, anyone and everyone has heard of post-nut clarity, where you do your business, you finish off, and then you just sort of sit there and you're like, what the fuck's the point? And you go into like a very nihilistic worldview. I don't know why evolutionarily that happens. If that's a word, boy, I hope so. But it does happen. And that's the bottom line, is you just get real sad, man. You just get real sad. And after a month of not getting that, you perk your spirits up. It's weird. You don't feel as sad, because the dopamine hits are good for like, I don't know, like a couple of minutes. If you're trying to get one out very fast, 30 seconds. Or if you're a serial masturbator, maybe a half hour. I don't know, you do you. Now, if you do need somewhat of a survival guide, there are ways of going about it. A lot of people suffer with porn addiction without realizing it, and it can be quite a hard thing to overcome when... overcome? So fucking stupid. Yes, it can be a hard thing to overcome, especially when you didn't know that it was something you had to in the first place. Basically, the only advice I can give you is if you feel like you need to masturbate, work out. Do a couple of push-ups, do a couple of sit-ups, and your brain will produce its own serotonin. Like, you won't actually find yourself needing to because you'll be too tired from doing that. And once you've gotten through all the days, you'll find yourself not really wanting to. You'll sit down and you're like, shall I? And then if you do, usually you force yourself into it. But yeah, that's the only advice I can give you, is willpower and exercise if you're feeling particularly strained. Now, I had an interesting way of going about No Nut November that really secured my victory through it. I felt a public obligation to do it because I had started a Snapchat series. Now, this Snapchat series went down quite well with everyone that I had, and I'm almost certain it's one of the only reasons why my girlfriend at the time allowed me to do it. More bafflingly, the people that helped with this Snapchat series were the people I was working for at the time on my placement for university. So these are like big brain computer science Donnies, all like, yo, put in this thing into your nut posts. Thought that was a little bit of interesting information to throw in there, but we'll go through a couple of them to cap off this video and give you a little taster, a little taste test of what everyone saw last November. So I have my Facebook open behind me. I'll just be flicking through a few of the highlights for you. God, I just spat. Ah. So day 3 of No Nut November, I can turn water to Buckfast. Very simple Jesus reference. You know, we were building up this idea that this mode of Zen that you get yourself into doing it can provide some supernatural abilities. Day 5, I can see the borders between dimensions. Some of these crop up later in interesting ways. I figured I would add some continuity to my story. Day 7, I understand Homestuck now. One of the longest pieces of literature in human history. Day 8 of No Nut November, I no longer require a lighter, I just will the cigarettes to burn. Day 11, every time I blink, I hear Freddie Mercury screaming for Mama. Mama! And I'm vibrating so fast that there's a light humming anywhere I go. This was back when the Freddie Mercury Mama memes were a thing. Day 13, my piss is now pure potassium, and I no longer sleep, I simply plug myself into the wall socket with a fork. Day 21, the vibration's gotten so fast that I can now phase through objects. I fear if it gets any faster, I'll fall through the earth. This is quite a simple one, you know, that's the continuity we're talking about here. Light humming, the falling through the earth. Oh boy. We're only at day 21. These are just some of the highlights. Some of the other ones were kind of dead, couldn't think of them. But these were ones that just, you know, got the best reactions. Day 23, I can charge my phone with my tongue, and the n-dubz classic Papa Can You Hear Me plays everywhere I go at just below satisfying volume.
Papa, if you can hear me, it's only you.
Day 25, I listen to Weezer now. Day 26, my will to live is rapidly depleting, but no mortal instruments can now kill me. This is the price of godhood. I really wasn't big enough No Nut November with this one, I'm not gonna lie. I nearly relapsed at this stage, and then I realised there was only a couple of days to go, so here we were. Day 28. The voices, the music, and the screams of Freddie Mercury have all stopped. They have now been replaced by Brian Blessed monologuing the Communist Manifesto. It soothes me. Day 29. I am now in a complete state of Zen. I no longer move, but bend space around me. I've seen alternate realities where versions of me didn't do this, and his happiness upsets me. Day 30 was my goodbye to the world. If you want to read it, you can, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna be able to remember that if I'm not looking directly at it, so apologies, I guess. Here it is, I'll give you a moment. You've had your moment. You can pause the video, what am I on about? But yes, this was just a little fun video to bring us back in. I kind of like this format of me just chatting shite to the camera. Felt like a fun topic to do. Hopefully we'll be able to do more high octane videos. I think I might have planned a laxative video coming up. I'll get back to you on that one, but it might show up. And BTS's new album's coming out, so haha, free content. Yes, it's lovely to be back in the flow of things. I'm also streaming on Twitch again, so go follow me over there. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, or dislike if you don't like it, and make your comment very, very angry one if you didn't like it. Let your frustrations run loose on me, basically. Have at it. And yes, as always, my name's Connell, this is TheUtanium, and see ya.